right, so tonight Kelly Oubre signed a 2-year deal with the Charlotte Hornets. And I mean, I feel like there's a couple reasons why this is good and a couple reasons why it's bad. So let's get into this. So yeah, like I said, he signed a 2-year deal. It's about $25 million with the Hornets. The Hornets obviously trying to get relevant again, you know, with young LaMelo Ball and other guys that are kind of stepping up. But, you know, Oubre had a very interesting season last year. He only played 1 year with the Warriors. And, you know, in this season, he actually started very slow. I mean, there were people, you know, making fun of him, saying Oubre can't shoot, and I was kind of agreeing with it. I mean, Oubre was just kind of hard to watch at the beginning of the year, just the way he struggled. But, I mean, he ended up shooting 43% from 3. Pretty good defender, I mean, the entire year, I guess. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, he had a slow start, but he averaged 15.4 points and 6 rebounds per game. Injuries is what kind of slowed him down. He was injured for the better part of the year. Well, I guess, you know, a decent amount. You know, he played 55 of the 72 games, so a decent amount of time out. But, I mean, the thing is, yeah, I'll get into a couple reasons why this is good. I mean, it's good because if the Warriors are looking to make a trade for a bigger veteran, they can do that. You know, they'll have roster spots. They have, you know, more money, I guess. You know, they lost Pascal and Oubre, guys that were, you know, traded for or signed for nothing. So, I mean, you know, they have room, I guess. Another thing is, you know, they get money. They save money because, I mean, Oubre signing a $25 million deal. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's $12.5 million a year. So that's, you know, money that could be spent on someone else. And it's not like we're going to be using Oubre all too much. We have a lot of guards. And with Klay Thompson coming back, we'll have, you know, even more. And Oubre, I don't think, was happy with being a backup guard. I mean, he was primarily in the starting lineup most of the year, this year. So he wasn't happy when he was finding out that he probably wouldn't be in that role this year. But I mean, the thing that's negative about it is, why didn't we, if we were going to get rid of Oubre anyways, which, you know, was kind of indicated, I feel like, during the season that Oubre maybe wouldn't come back, why didn't we just trade him for, you know, a better player or a draft pick? Because, you know, now we lost Oubre for nothing. And he was doing all right, you know, towards the end of the, you know, the trade deadline and stuff like that. I mean, we could have traded him for, you know, a future pick or something. And I mean, I knew the Warriors probably thought this guy isn't going to help us win or get to the playoffs or win any sort of championship this year. So they could have, you know, invested in his value, I guess, a little bit more, which, you know, we kind of gave him for nothing instead of getting actually something in that deal. He had a wrist injury, which did hurt him, but I mean, you know, there were points when he was good. I mean, you know, I got to give him credit. 43% from 3 is not that bad. You know, it's not Steph Curry numbers, but it's still pretty good. You know, he had a pretty decent year. I mean, he didn't play, albeit he didn't play as much. He had one of the best shooting years of his career, or shooting seasons of his career. I mean, you know, he did it all right. He stepped up in certain moments. I'll give him credit for that. But I mean, you know, I just feel like maybe we could have invested more in his value. But I think the main issue was the fact that Oubre really wanted a role that just wasn't going to be given to him. And the fact that he had that slow start, people kind of, you know, I had high hopes for Oubre coming into the season. I mean, he's 25, he's young, he has a lot of talent. And he just didn't really rise to the occasion at the beginning of the year, which kind of made the Warriors start off really slow. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I mean, you know, I wish the best for him. I don't think the Warriors was necessarily a good fit for him, just based on, you know, the kind of gameplay we do, but, you know, I think he'll do good in Charlotte. But yeah, I just kind of wish we got more value in that, you know, when he was actually playing, because, you know, it's free agency. We probably knew Bob Myers, our general manager, probably had some sort of thought, we're probably not going to re-sign him. You know, he's no Steph Curry, but he's certainly not our worst player, so we could get someone out of him, or draft pick. So yeah, that's my stance on it. Oubre, 2 years on the Hornets starting now. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys later. Go Warriors.